Alright everyone, welcome back to another video. Last time we left off with the invasion of southern France is a success. We're now on to single file through a street in France. August 1944. On the prowl for Nazi snipers. After the Allies broke out of the Normandy Peninsula, the Nazis realized they were in a highly perilous position. They were in danger of being encircled and hacked to bits. In this dilemma, the German 7th Army took the offensive southwest of Feli, but without any success, Here, American GIs advanced through the street of Mamers, France. Yeah, we can see, obviously they're going single file. And yeah, the Germans, they're going to try to break out of these encirclements like they did on the Eastern Front. It's not going to do anything, but they have to try at least. Because if they don't, they're just going to get run down by the Allies, and they don't want that either. Moving through a sleepy town. August 15th, 1944. On the lookout for snipers. Crouching alongside the casino building in the French town of Dinard, American infantrymen advanced despite the harassing fire of German snipers, still active in the town. Dinard was one of the objectives during the first part of the advance towards Toulon and Lyon. In all of these towns, the Germans were making unaliving, I can't say the word, but there's a word right there, stands against the Allies. Yeah, this is like the rear guards, kind of, and it's the most effective. Yeah, you might lose these guys, but it's better to lose these few than the entire army, is how a lot of strategists would have thought of it. But it's kind of sad when you really think about it, because it's still just these guys that are trying to defend their homeland, but their homeland's just basically throwing them away in some regard. Storming out of the madman of Storm. Oh boy, sorry about this. It is not wanting to focus there. There we go. Storming out the madman of St. Malo. August 1944. Bringing pressure on a Nazi. The prize for stubbornness during the early part of August went to Colonel von Auloch, commander of the garrison at St. Malo, on the northern Breton coast. Knowing he was doomed, he refused to surrender on the grounds that it was not compatible with the honor of a German soldier. Here, the crew of a 3-inch gun in the streets of St. Malo tried to change his mind. And yeah, so we get these big guns that they're firing on him. And I'm sure to some degree, this is like, okay, dude, come on, just give up. You know, you're just wasting your time, your lives, our lives. What's the point even? But to this commander, he probably thinks, well, it is more honorable to die in combat than it is to give up. And to him, maybe that honor means more than life. A lot of these guys probably would have done something similar in certain cases. But who's to say? Putting the finishing touches on St. Malo. August 17th, 1944. A Nazi stronghold gives up the fight. American troops wave Old Glory atop the citadel of St. Malo after the bastion fell following a concentrated 4-day assault by American troops. At the right, a member of an American infantry unit keeps a watchful eye out for any Germans who may be left behind as the artillery blasts away the citadel, the last remaining stronghold in this town on the North Breton coast. The Germans put up a terrific battle for this point and finally were compelled to surrender, but not until casualties on both sides reached enormous figures. Yeah, like I said, just a few minutes ago, for some of these guys, this is more important to them. It's more important to die in battle. The ones that live sees it a little differently sometimes. So that's why they're still alive. But it was still probably important for them to hold on for as long as humanly possible. Even if, as we would think of it, it seems pointless. The Nazis try for a night raid on a French harbor. August 17th, 1944. Scanning the skies for the attackers. Allied ships of every description lining the harbor at Saint-Tropez in southern France send their searchlights into the clouds as they try to outline the Nazi attackers and bring them into line for anti-aircraft guns. On the boat at the left, this one right here, an Allied gunner lets go at the plane which he tried to slow up, the invasion. Yeah, you can see it rocketing through the sky. Obviously, these are tracer rounds. That's why we can see them. It helps to know where you're shooting. So tracer rounds, kind of useful sometimes. But yeah, you can see this guy just opens up. He's like, all right, screw this. Boom! And just trying to do his best to shoot that guy out of the sky. He's probably saying a few choice words, too. It's a little funny. Taking a general for a ride. August 17th, 1944. A prize catch in the drive from the south. Major General Robert T. Frederick, commander of the 1st Special Task Force in the Jeep, front, this guy right here, with a captured German general, obviously this guy right here, during the early strides made by the 7th Army as it plunged inland from the beachheads established on the southern coast of France 2 days earlier. Thousands of prisoners and valuable equipment were captured. Yeah, the drive to the south, the defense there just isn't really there. It's pretty meager, to say the least. This guy probably was like, I'd rather live than die. For all we know, he doesn't even like the Fuhrer. So, who knows? Maybe he does, but maybe deep down he doesn't really. The underground comes above ground. August 19th, 1944. The Maquis rise in France. Back at their stands for the first time since 1940, when the Germans invaded France, these members of the FFI and French soldiers stand guard at a captured pillbox. In the picture below, members of the Maquis do their job with relish and enthusiasm as they tear down a German headquarters sign in a French town after its liberation from the retreating Germans. Yeah, for these Frenchmen, they must feel happy. They're liberated. Finally, they're free. It's a big deal for them. The Japanese visited here. August 19th, 1944, aiding the German U-boats. The interior view of a bar used by German U-boat officers in Lorient, France, reveals that Japanese officers were apparently guests at this bar, as is evidenced by their names carved in the rafters along those of their Nazi hosts. Below, prisoners taken by Allies during a morning shower on the outskirts of Coutances, France. So we can see right there, Japanese officer, Japanese officer, Japanese officer, and there as well. So Jagoichi Otanami, I think. Yamahashito. And Sakumoto as well. I can't read that one. That one looks like it says Yamato. Or Yamamoto? That's what it probably says. Yeah, and these guys probably felt a little goofy. They're like, oh, crap. Gonna take a shower, and, well, guess we're not. But with that, that's going to do it for this video. If you guys liked the video, leave a like. If you didn't, leave a comment. Something I could improve on. I just appreciate your feedback. And as always, subscribe. It really does help out the channel. Thank you.